Hey, so this week I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for my Wednesday video. It kind of, I was just couldn't think of anything. So I went to the dollar store getting some Halloween stuff in, the early September because I have a problem. But yeah, look at what the bags are. There's like little monsters and there's like haunted house and sticker stuff. And then I found some colored lead mechanical pencils. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do the cheap art supply challenge. It's like, so I limited myself to $3 because that's what I was willing to spend on this. Because I just kind of really like good art supplies. It's just a thing that I like. So I'm like, I'm not spending anything on these. I'm never using them again. And also, there was like no blank white paper. Like, there were no like weird sketchbooks. Everything was coloring books or lined paper. But finally ended up finding this polka dot stuff. It's like, okay, cool. And I wasn't expecting much because dollar store. And again, I like real, more, on the expensive side of art supplies. It's, again, slightly an issue. And the pencils were what I was expecting, really. But the markers are actually pretty good. They're like really nice and bright, but I hate water-based markers. But yeah, so it was good. I started testing stuff and then trying to figure out what to draw and came back to, well, obviously I'm doing a mermaid because that's what I do. See, it's like, don't know what I'm drawing. Oh, I guess it's either going to be Starfire or a mermaid. In this case, it was a mermaid because it had a bunch of bright colors. And I'm honestly really disappointed because first I was going to use like all of them because like the purple is probably my favorite color out of all the markers. It's just so bright and it's purple. I I like purple things. Yeah. But when I started like actually like coloring stuff out, it didn't work out, so I ended up using it for like shading basically. But yeah, so I started out with just the yellow pencil as a sketch because I figured I could go over it with any of the markers. And then I took the orange over it to kind of finalize it a little bit more. And then I decided to go for the background because I had no plan going in besides really bright colors because that was the best thing about the marker. These is just really, really bright colors. Also to match the polka dots. So yeah. And these markers, I forgot how much water-based markers do not like blending at all. Because again, I hadn't even used Copics in years, and I haven't used water-based markers like Crayola stuff since like elementary school, middle school maybe. And even then, I was not the fondest of them. It's like I like smooth and uninterrupted color. Just kind of a thing. And at first I thought maybe I could layer the colored pencil and then like shade it, but there's so little pigment in these pencils that they did not want to do that. So it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna scribble until I can get a decent color on. And I'm like, maybe I can put the orange over it, but I didn't like that as the shading either. And I'm like, honestly, a lot of this was just me struggling. Like, okay, how do I get any form of shading on here? I want shading. How do I do that? And didn't work very well, testing. And because I started using, like proper softcore colored pencils over some watercolor and Copics marker stuff, they're, fairly opaque. It works. I thought maybe these will work. Oh no. No, these are not opaque at all. There's so little pigment. So I tried that in a little background thing. Went over it with green instead. You know. Honestly, about half of this was going like, maybe this color? No. No. Oh, can't get purple here either. That's disappointing. And then just shoving marker and pencil over it until it looked okay. Yeah. It was okay. Honestly, it was not as bad as I was expecting. 'Cause the yellows worked well together. I was very excited about those. Because, yellows layered really nicely. And the orange pencil kind of layered over the yellow. Should have started, though, as I did her top, I realized that I should have started the fins like that too and done solid yellow and then more over that, but no. And then this is when I kind of messed up some. I ended up correcting it a bit, but yeah, at first I just wanted to do like, a little bit of shadow with this pink marker, except that it's so much darker than the pencil because, again, there's no pigment in the pencil. And also my normal, what are light sources? Because when I'm drawing something, my default thought is, well, I'm drawing something. It's two-dimensional, so thinking of them as 3D objects to figure out where shadows properly go is a constant struggle. But yeah. Here's when I start to go like, the background's okay, but I can make it better. Let's hide all those weird overlapping marker lines with more color. I want to use all the colors. And I did use all of them except for the brown and the black. Originally I was going to go over the lines afterwards with black, but with how bright everything was, I didn't want to dull it down that much, so I just left it with the pink. But yeah. Then I realized that, oh, hey, I can add slightly more dimension to these somewhat sensical shadows. Because the red layers over the pink marker quite well. And then for the hair, I wanted to make it purple so bad, but there's no purple anywhere else, and it would have just screwed up the balance of so much of it. And I'm so disappointed, because it's purple. Such a nice shade of purple. It's such a pretty purple. But no. Instead, I'm keeping to the color scheme of the polka dots around the border. Layering on. And I wish I had, waited to let the hair dry before I layered on more colors, because they don't want to blend, and they just kind of, started peeling at the paper weirdly. And that was unpleasant. So this was kind of fun. There's, little tiny bits I got to use the purple in. Except that my scanner is making weird noises and it refused to pick up the color pencil, so instead I just kind of slowed down the end of the video so you can kind of see what it is. And it turned out. But yeah, it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, if you want to see my other stuff, I've got links and stuff below, like usual. I need a catchphrase.